Did you know that we are actually alive during a real makeup revolution? I have 4 products here that I'm going to feature quickly in this film, and they have quickly become known as the Flawless 4. The 4 products I'm going to show you are our Glorious Primer, our new concealer, the Touch Concealer, our new Touch Liquid Foundation, and it's going to be applied with our fluffy brush. So first thing I do is take my primer and I apply a tiny little bit of primer. That's actually a little bit more than I needed. I'm going to put that on and spread it over my full face. And as I'm applying it, what happens is my skin becomes very soft and smooth and silky, and it creates a perfect canvas for applying our makeup. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use a little brush, very much like a paintbrush. It's got really tight, thick bristles on it. So the bristles are soft, but they're not fluffy like some brushes are. And I'm going to use that to apply my concealer. And I'm going to just put my concealer in places where I have any kind of issues. And I'm just going to put a little squirt of it on my hand here like this. And I'll use my brush and I'll just dip a little tiny bit onto my brush. And I'm just going to literally paint it onto my skin in places where I have problems. So I find my eyes have that dark, shadowy look. So put a little bit on there. Sorry, I paused that for a minute. Doorbell rang. I find my nose has, and I always get that little bit of redness in my cheeks, so I like to help to conceal that with my concealer. And of course down on my chin, around my nose. So everybody's going to want their concealer in a different spot based on where they have places they want to have it covered up. And then, okay. So now I've got my concealer in places where I want it to be covered up, and it looks a little bit blotchy when I have the concealer on, but that's all going to blend in once we use these 2 products. So I'm going to take my liquid foundation, give it a little shake, take my brush, and I'm going to drop 5 drops onto my brush like this. So it's liquid and it's going on a brush, but once I start to blend it in, it's going to feel like powder. So I'll just get those dabs on first, and now I'm just going to start to blend it into my skin. And as I start to blend it, it becomes more of a powdery feeling rather than a liquid feeling. And I start to brush it instead of dab it, because it feels more like powder now. There we go. So everything's all blended.